Well, hey there, and welcome back, everyone. This is Jared Albrecht, the yard sale artist. Welcome you back to LONGBOX CRUSADE Studios with another video for our Crusaders Club members. Thank you guys for being Crusaders Club members. We like to do these things for you, and then months and months and months down the road, we release them to the public to show them what they're missing. So you guys are getting it way early. I want to welcome you guys to I Finished It. I think this is I Finished It episode 25, so that's pretty cool. And today I want to talk about another VHS tape that I finished doing my workouts. I watched Wolf from 1994, starring Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. I adore this movie. In fact, in my opinion, this is the best werewolf movie that's ever been made. If you've never seen Wolf, then see Wolf. See Wolf. Anyway, a lot of people haven't seen this film. I don't know why. On IMDb, it currently has a score of 6.4 out of 10, and I think that's ridiculously low. I would say this movie is a 9 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm a homer for this movie. Again, I think this is the best werewolf movie ever made. I'm certain people don't agree with me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Lon Chaney's. I love American Werewolf in London. I love all that stuff. I love werewolf movies. I wrote a werewolf comic book, for goodness sake. But Wolf is my favorite one. I think the performances are great. What sets it apart for me is a couple of things. First of all, in all the other werewolf movies that I've seen, all the non-werewolf storyline stuff is okay. I find the non-werewolf storyline stuff in Wolf to be exceptionally engaging and entertaining. I think Jack Nicholson gives a great performance. I think Michelle Pfeiffer gives a great performance. She is definitely not a damsel in distress. She's a very active participant in the goings on. I don't want to say too much if you haven't seen it. It's definitely worth your time and effort. It's got a good ending. Again, I don't want to spoil it. The very end kind of puts some people off because they weren't paying attention earlier in the film. If that's something you want to chat about, definitely drop a comment either on our Patreon page for the Crusaders Club or right here on the YouTube. If this has been months and months and months later, you're finally seeing it out in public. Another one of my favorite things about Wolf is it has one of my very favorite character actors in it, and his name is Richard Jenkins. I love Richard Jenkins. He's great in everything he does. You might know him as the dad in Step Brothers, one of the control techs in Cabin in the Woods. He's in all kinds of stuff. This is the first movie where I encountered Richard Jenkins, and he's very good in this. He's got some very funny lines. Although he plays a cop, so it's mostly played straight, but he has a couple of very Richard Jenkins lines in the film. The effects are pretty good. They didn't do hardly any CGI, which is great because this was 94, just around that Jurassic Park era where people started dabbling, maybe when they shouldn't. So it's mostly practical. A couple of them you can kind of tell it's practical, but they're good practical. So, overall, again, a 6.4 on IMDb. Jared would say this is a 9, possibly a 10. That's how much I love Wolf. I will tell one funny story before I sign off. Okay, as Jack Nicholson's character starts gaining the powers of the wolf in his human form, when he's human, he still has sort of heightened hearing better. He's smelling better. All of his senses are heightened. And I was watching this movie in high school at my friend Jose's house. We were watching it late at night. So it was a scary movie late at night. And there's a scene in the movie where Jack Nicholson is talking to Michelle Pfeiffer, and he very just sort of abruptly stops her conversation. He goes, "Your phone is ringing." And they're like out in her driveway, but because of his enhanced hearing, he can hear her phone ringing all the way in the house. Well, the funny part is my friend Jose and I are watching this movie, and we're kind of spooked out. We're watching this movie, and he's got a phone sitting right next to his TV, and it starts ringing. Right? And his phone's ringing, and he's like, "I don't worry, my mom will pick up out there in the living room." And at that exact moment is when Jack Nicholson kind of stops and just goes, "Your phone is ringing." And we felt like Jack was talking directly to us, and it creeped the heck out of us. We were like, "What the heck is going on?" Because it's so out of the blue. So that was a funny experience. Anyways, Wolf, Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, way better than people say it is. Give it a shot if you haven't given it a shot. And I'm going to act froze.